Most people get this wrong. They think credit cards are either completely good or completely bad. But here's the truth no one tells you. Credit cards are not the problem. How you use them is the real issue. The biggest mistake you need to avoid is treating a credit card like free money. That mindset is exactly what leads people into debt they can't control. In this video, you are going to learn whether you should actually buy everything with credit cards, when it makes sense, when it becomes dangerous, and how smart users use credit cards to build wealth instead of debt. And here's why this matters. Used correctly, credit cards can improve your credit score, give you rewards, and protect your purchases. Used incorrectly, they can trap you in high-interest debt for years. Let's break this down step by step in a simple way. First, let's understand what a credit card really is. A credit card is not your money. It is borrowed money from the bank that you must repay later. When you swipe your card, the bank is paying on your behalf. You are agreeing to pay them back, usually with interest if you delay. For example, imagine Alex buys a new phone using his credit card. If he pays the full amount before the due date, he pays no interest. But if he only pays part of it, interest starts building. Now here's where it gets interesting. Credit cards are designed to be convenient, not dangerous. But convenience can lead to overspending if you are not careful. So the real question is not, can you buy everything with credit cards, but should you? Let's go into the advantages first. The first advantage is rewards and cashback. Many credit cards offer cashback, travel points, or discounts on purchases. This means you earn money back just for spending normally. For example, Jake uses a credit card for groceries, fuel, and online shopping. Over time, he earns cashback that adds up to real savings. But here's the problem. Many people start spending more just to earn rewards. That completely defeats the purpose. Now, here's the key insight. Rewards only matter if you are already spending responsibly. The second advantage is credit score improvement. Your credit score is built based on how well you manage borrowed money. When you use a credit card responsibly and pay on time, your score improves. For example, John uses his credit card every month for small expenses and pays it fully before the due date. Over time, his credit score increases significantly. But here's where most people fail. They miss payments or only pay the minimum amount. That damages their credit score instead of improving it. The third advantage is purchase protection. Credit cards often provide fraud protection, refund assistance, and dispute resolution. Imagine Sarah buys a product online, and it never arrives. With a credit card, she can dispute the charge and often get her money back. Now here's where it gets interesting. Debit cards do not always offer the same level of protection. That's why credit cards are safer for online shopping. But now let's talk about the risks, because this is where things get serious. The biggest risk is debt accumulation. When people lose track of spending, they start carrying balances month after month. And credit card interest rates are usually very high. For example, Alex spends more than he can afford and only pays the minimum each month. Over time, his small debt grows into a large burden. Now, here's the reality. Credit card debt is one of the most expensive types of debt because of compounding interest. The second risk is overspending behavior. Credit cards make spending feel painless. You don't see cash leaving your hand, so your brain doesn't register the expense the same way. Jake notices that when he uses his card, he spends more than when he uses cash. This is a common psychological effect. But here's the truth. Banks design credit cards to encourage spending, not restrict it. The third risk is missed payments. Even one missed payment can lead to late fees and credit score damage. John forgets his due date one month, and it affects his credit score for months. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A simple autopay setup can completely eliminate this risk if used correctly. So now let's answer the main question clearly. Should you buy everything with credit cards? The answer is no, not blindly. But also, not no completely. The smart answer is strategic usage. Here's how smart users actually do it. They use credit cards for planned expenses only. Things like groceries, fuel, subscriptions, and online purchases that they already budgeted for. For example, Sarah uses her credit card like a tracking tool. She buys only what she already planned in her monthly budget. Then, she pays the full amount before the due date. This gives her rewards without debt. Now here's the key difference. She is not using credit to increase spending. She is using credit to optimize spending. But here's the problem most beginners face. They mix needs and wants and lose control of their budget. So here's a simple rule you can follow. If you cannot afford to pay for it in full today, you should not put it on a credit card. That one rule alone prevents most financial mistakes. Now let's talk about when you should not use credit cards. You should avoid using credit cards for impulse purchases. You should avoid using them when you are already carrying debt. And you should avoid using them if you do not have a repayment plan. For example, Jake wants to buy a new gaming setup, but does not have the money yet. If he puts it on credit without a plan, he is just delaying the problem. Now, here's the smarter approach. Save first, then buy, even if you use a credit card later. Let's talk about one more powerful strategy. This is called the pay in full method. Every time you use your credit card, you treat it like a debit card. You only spend what you already have in your bank account. Then you pay the full balance before interest applies. Alex follows this method strictly. As a result, he earns rewards, builds credit, and never pays interest. Now here's the final insight most people miss. Credit cards are a financial tool, not a lifestyle upgrade. The goal is not to spend more. The goal is to manage money smarter. If you use them with discipline, they can actually improve your financial life. If you misuse them, they can create long-term financial stress. So let's quickly summarize everything. Credit cards offer rewards, credit building, and protection. But they also come with risks like debt, overspending, and interest charges. You should use them for planned expenses only. Always pay your balance in full. Never spend more than you can afford. And avoid emotional or impulse purchases. If you follow these rules, credit cards become powerful tools instead of financial traps. And here's the final takeaway. Financial freedom is not about how much you earn. It is about how well you control your spending behavior. If you found this helpful, like the video, leave a comment with your experience, and subscribe for more simple financial breakdowns that actually help you make smarter money decisions.